Well, hi there, guys. This is your host, ID Jester. We're back for some Internet Baseball League, which is based upon the old Pursue the Pennant system with some updated charts and rules and such. This will be part two. Part one we did during a live stream, and wanted to kind of end the live stream because it was going a little long, and I decided to go ahead and do part two here offline for you guys so you can watch at your own leisure to catch up. If you are not familiar with the system, I would highly recommend you watch the very first episode where we kind of go over things. In this episode, I'm going to be using my own personal charts that I've printed out here and I've got sitting in my lap. So that way, I won't be showing you how all the charts work and stuff. If you want to see how that works, check out the first episode. So we are currently starting in the top of the fourth inning here. And it is 5-3 Oakland after three complete. And now, hopefully, we're going to go a little bit faster. We shall see how well this goes, depending on my setup. Again, it might take me a little while to figure out the best way to do the setup here with the charts. I don't know if it's easier for me just to have the charts on the other screen, which it might be. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. So without further ado, due up is Damian Easley here against Kevin Apier. We are going into the top of the fourth inning, and away we go here. Napier gets a sign from Ramon Hernandez. It's a 315 against a right-hander. 315. 315 is a walk. So Damian Easley walks to first. And we color code everything here. Walks are pink. Hits are yellow. Strikeouts are gray. And if a run ends up scoring, then they get bolded here. So that way it might be easier for you. So if we look, Damian Easley, he's got a 9 stealing. He runs 3. They're down by 2 runs. Due up is Juan Encarnacion, the center fielder. Does he want to try to steal? That, my friends, is a good question. That is a very good question. First thing we have to determine is whether or not they're going to hold him on. So they're definitely going to hold him on because that will come into play in some of the charts. The first baseman's range gets reduced on some of the plays if they are holding the runner on. So they are going to hold the runner on. And he actually has a 0 jump and 9 stealing actually. No, things are supposed to go faster, but now that I've got to actually decide things, it might not. It might not go as fast. Let's look at the chart here for a second. He's got a 0 chart and Apier hold rating is average. So 0 and average, 24 to 73 holds. No, I think they'll just probably not risk it at the fourth inning here. Let's see if they can get another big inning going. Juan Encarnacion. And I think I'm going to have to just put the charts up on the other screen because having to have my glasses on is going to give me a headache looking at the screen and then looking at this little text. So I'm going to do that. All right, anyways, here's the pitch to Encarnacion. 266 against the right-hander. 266 is a single into right field. So let me pull up my charts over here on the other screen. That's what they look like, by the way. All right. So it's a single into right field, and it's an even number. Even number, runner on first, 2 second, and may try for third if it's hit to center field or right field. It was hit to right field if his rating is 3 or higher, and we know his run rating is a 3, so he could try. In fact, he is going to try and go first to third on the play. So I am actually going to show you this chart because we have not used this chart in our other examples. So he's a 3-run rating. So we've got a bunch of different things to look at here. So let's look at the results here. So outfielder's throwing arm, we look at the right fielder for Oakland. Right fielder throw is +3. So he actually gets a +3 to his run rating, so he doesn't have a very good arm. Who is that? Matt Stairs. +3. Okay. Add or subtract on a throw. So his run rating is a 3. It would all go to a 6, so obviously much better chance. If there's 2 outs, blah, blah, blah. Infielder in, subtract 1, hit run play, no, no, no. All right, and we roll the dice. Let's roll them, see what happens. So actually, wait, the roll doesn't count because I wanted to. So he's going first to third. If the outfielder decides to throw it in to try to get him, the whoever just hit it, Encarnacion that hit a single, can go from first to second. And then you can try to do a cutoff. And that is explained all of, let's see, is it explained here? Okay, infielders, outfielder, 2 outs if advancing with 2 outs. I don't think there is 2 outs. Is there 2 outs? There is no outs, I believe. Yes, there's no outs. That's right. Okay. 2 outs except for a 5-ball. Again, I'm not an expert at this game. So cutoff play options. The outfielder concedes the advancement. Roll 2 dice. Closest trailing butters trapped off base and targeted. Blah blah blah. Let's look at that. I'm gonna put it on pause just for a second, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. I was just checking on that whether or not. I think that's just on the stealing rule about stealing. I don't remember. I might be doing that wrong, but we're going to find out. Anyways, we're going to roll on the 6th column here and see what we get. And I'll have to look at that later, try to figure that out. Again, I'm not an expert at this game. I'm just learning it myself. So rolled an 84 on the 6th column. 84 is 58 to 84 is safe plus. Throw is just late, runner safe. Batter and other runners advance an extra base on throws from the outfield. Cannot advance past third. So it did advance because of the result. Okay, that's what I wasn't sure. That's what I was looking for, so that's good to know. I'm going to slide this over to the other side now. All right, so on the single, he ends up going to third, and then on the throw, he goes to second. So second and third, no one out for Davian Cruz. And we've got a hit fest going on here in, that was a single. Throw to second. We want one of these things. There we go. So yellow is another hit. Davian Cruz. 0 for 1. That's a 986 against the right-hander. 986. So 932 to 999 is a hard grounder to short. So we have to actually look at the hard grounder. We have runners on second and third. And the result is batter out at first. Batter out at first, same as third. Second and third, same as third. Same as third. Okay, so runner out at first. And except runner on second with a rating of 3 can advance to third. He's got a run rating of 3, so he's going to advance. So he's out at first. And runner from second goes to third if he's got a rating of 3 or higher. And third, except runner in second with a rating of less than or equal to 3 advances to third and ball hits the right side if runner on third tries to score. The runner from third, yeah. Just keep it. Thank you. Okay, I see. Okay, so runner out at first. If the third baseman has a run rating of greater than or equal to 4, he may attempt to score by going to the coach's choice because it's a hard ground ball. So on third is a run rating of 3, so he's not going to advance. Out at first on the shortstop, so it's going to be a G6. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to block this whole column off. So I don't accidentally use that picture again. Here we go. We'll just do it like this because I accidentally almost did that. All right, so still runners is second and third. That brings us up Luis Polonia against Kevin Napier. One away, runners at third and second. Sometimes these charts, I will say, are not the most explainable things. Sometimes you just have to figure them out. 680 against the left-hander. 680 is going to be a single into left center field. I'm sorry, liner into center field. So single into center field. All right, so let's look at that. Center, and he rolled an even number. So runner on second and third scores. So both runs will come in on this single. And we do that. And coming home on the play there because it was an even number. 2 more runs are going to score there. Another run comes in, or another hit. Wow, and that brings up Brad Osmus. Runner on first. Let's look at his rating here. He's got pretty good stats. He's got a 2 rating. Kevin Napier is just an average. He's going to try and steal Polonia. Might as well take advantage of the situation while you got it. Got him kind of beat up a little bit. So he's got a jump rating of 2, and Napier is an average holder. So we're going to roll on this chart. 2 dice, 98. Ooh. He is, what did I say he was, average? Average. So we use the 2 in the average column, and we roll a 76 to a 99, and he attempts it. So I will show you this because, again, you could just basically find the hold rating. I'm sorry, the hold rating is down this way. And then the jump rating. In this case, we have a jump rating of 2 and an average hold rating. So we're going to be using this column right there, 33 to 68, 69 to 75, 76 to 99. We rolled a, what did we roll? A 98. So that falls obviously in that category there. So he does attempt the steal. So now we're going to take the steal, his steal rating of 7, and then what we're going to do is we're going to subtract The catcher's throw rating, catcher, is a +1. That's not good. So it goes from 7 to 8. And we roll on the 8 column here. Simple as that. So steel chart, look at the 8, find out what happens. And let's see, roll 2 dice. That is an 89 on the 8 column. 70 to 99 is caught stealing. He rolled an 89, so caught stealing, trying to get the big inning for the out. And that is the second out of the inning. All right. Well, we're trying different things. There we go. Trying different things so we can show you guys some of the chart results, see how things play. So got a single and then caught stealing as our catcher, Ramon Hernandez, guns him out at second base. The quick tag by, well, let's see, who was up? Brad Osmus was up. He bats right-handed. So if he's batting right-handed, it would have been the second baseman. Quick tag by the second baseman, which happens to be Frank Menencino. And he's called out. All right, let's get back into it now. Getting in position here now. I'm going to cruise. Here we go. Brad Osmus. I don't remember if we rolled, so we're just going to roll again. Brad Osmus against Kevin Apier. That's a 0.35 against the right-hander. 0.35 is an error. So we're going to go to the error chart. First thing we need to do is roll to find out where the ball was hit, and then check their error rating. So first dice will tell us where it's going. That's a 1. A 1 is to the pitcher. So the pitcher's error rating is a 7. So we simply look at the pitcher, 7, and a 73, which is an HG. So it's a hard ground ball. In this case, it doesn't matter. It's just going to be a grounder to the pitcher for the out. Flips it over to first. That ends the inning. 2 runs score on 2 hits. And just like that, the Fighting Tigers tie the game up. Going into the bottom of the 4th inning. Now we're going to start cruising. We have up Jason Giambi, MVP of the American League. So far in this season, he's 1 for 1 with a walk as well. That is a 0.74 against the righty. 74 is a liner to first base. So Giambi's out for the first time. That's an L3. John Jahaha, 0.95 against the righty is a park check. So we're going to look at our park check result, see what we get off of it. It's a 75. 75 is going to be a high fly ball into center field for the out. That brings up that brings up Matt Stairs. Matt Stairs with a 3-run home run last time up in the 3rd inning. That's a 361 against the right-hander. 361 is a strikeout. So it's a 1-2-3 inning. Color code that. There we go. And just like that, no runs, no hits, no errors. We got a tied ball game going into the 5th inning. Bobby Hugginson against Kevin Apier. 462 against the right-hander. 462 is a high fly into center field. High fly ball into center field. fly out to 8 for the first out. That brings up Juan Gonzalez. Singled in the second, flied out to left field in the third. 524 against the right-hander. 524 is wild pitch and pass ball charts. Wild pitch is average. And our catcher, which is Ramon Hernandez, is very good. All right, so pass ball is average and very good. No. Wild pitch is normal. Sorry, normal and very good. Normal and very good. That is a 78 on the normal, very good. That is a block. So BLK, catcher blocks a pitch in the dirt, runners hold. So no wild pitch. Roll again. Gonzalez, 1 for 2 in the day with a single. 373 against the right-hander. 373. 373 is a home run. It's going to be a home run check. We just simply roll the dice again. If we don't roll at least 90 to 95, it's not going to matter. So it's a 75. So it's a home run. Juan Gonzalez gets a hold of one, and it's going, and gone. Home run by Juan Gonzalez. That is the first Detroit home run, the third home run of the game, though. That brings up Tony Clark. Walked both times up. Scored in the second inning. 277 against the righty. And 277 is another home run. Back-to-back jacks. And we have to just to see if it gets robbed. But you got to roll depending on where it goes, it's got to be at least like a 95. So this is a 22. So wow, back-to-back home runs, and just like that, it is 2 more runs on the board for Detroit. Tony Clark walks around the bases after just congratulating Juan Gonzalez on his home run. That brings up Dean Palmer, and definitely activity in the bullpen. 4-3-0 against the right-hander. 430. That's a strikeout. So after back-to-back outs, he finally decides to do some pitching for us. So 2 away for Damon Easley, who walked his last time up. Also singled in the second. That's a 258, and that's a high fly to center field. That is going to be a fly out to 8. So that is going to be 2 hits, so either up to 8 and 2 runs. And that's probably going to be it for Kevin Napier, as the bullpen will be ready to come out in the 6th inning. All right, that brings up, not you, it brings up you over here. Thank you. Ben Gravier. There we are. Ben Gravier against Hideo Nomo. Do they leave Nomo in? He hasn't had the greatest outing either, actually. Can they get him through 5 is the question. They're going to try. And we'll see how this inning goes. Come on, finish your roll. 955 against the lefty. 955 is a walk. And I think that is going to be it for Nomo. They were hoping to get him through this inning, but they're up 7-5. All right, they'll leave him in. Let's see what he can do. Ramon Hernandez struck out in the third, doubled in the second. 385 against a right-hander. Let's see how he does. 385. That is a routine grounder to third. So that is actually going to be a fielder's choice to first. And he's going to be out at second on the routine ground balls. That brings up Eric Chavez with one away, man on first. .217 against the righty. It's a routine grounder to second, and once again, a fielder's choice. Yep, fielder's choice to first. And you're out at second base. So they keep switching spots at first base. All right, Frank Menachino. Nomo trying to get out of this inning. He's being watched closely by the manager. 275. That is a walk. That will be, well, 2 outs though. Man. They're going to try and get him through this inning. They're going to try their best. That brings up Rich Becker. Singled in the third, struck out in the second, flied out in the first. Yeah, they're going to try and get him through this inning. Even though there's runners at first and second. 858 against the lefty. 858 is a strikeout. So their faith in Nomo is well-founded as Nomo finds enough strength to get him on the inning. There is no runs, no hits, no errors. And after 5 complete here, it's 7-5 Detroit. And as I mentioned, Kevin Apier's day is done. Nomo's is probably done as well, but Apier's day is definitely done. And we'll be right back once I make the pitching change. All right, and as you can see with the magic of delaying the inevitable, Jeff Tam for Oakland has come in to pitch here in the 6th inning. He's a middle reliever coming in to face off against Juan Encarnacion. Oh, that is not, this is what I want. Thank you. Okay. So put that in position. There we go. So Jeff Tam, righty, versus Juan Encarnacion, the righty. 571 against the righty. It's going to be an infield range play. So we want an infield range play. I just happen to be on that chart here. So Encarnacion is a RP. Let's find out what kind of play we're looking at. 17 on the RP. 17 is in the hole for second baseman. In the hole second base is going to be Frank Menachino. He's got a range of F. So we're going to look at in the hole and F. Find out what happens. It's a 47. In the hole 47, 11 to 49 is a diving stop. Let's read that because it sounds awesome. Fielder makes a diving stop and fires to get the batter by a step. Batter out at first. Runners advance 1 base. There we go. That's pretty much it. So that happened to be, who was that? Second baseman. So that's going to be a G4. Great play there. And I forgot to cap walks again. G4. Devian Cruz. Oh my gosh, stop. Devin Cruz versus Jeff Tam. One away here in the top of the 6th inning for you guys. 461. 461 against the righty. It's going to be a high fly to center field. That's an F8. Look at how quick it goes when you don't have these pesky runners. Luis, there he is, Luis Planio. 304. High fly to right field. That's going to be an F9. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Due up, Manuel Tejada. Bottom of 6. Why are we not up? There we go. All right, Tejada versus Nomo. Oh, wait. No roll, because we have to decide, is he coming back out? I think his day is going to be done as well. So Nomo is actually going to give it up to, I actually have him ready to go. Nah, except for I don't have his name on here. Dig Brocale. He is going to be the relief pitcher. And he's going to be facing off. I like to color code these, so we'll use that. That looks good. Tejada versus Doug Prukal. Here we go. Tejada on the day is 0-for-3. 0-55 against the righty. It's going to be error check. So let's look at this error check thing. So first dice will tell us who the play is against. That's a 40. I'm sorry. First dice is an 8. That's going to be center fielder. Center fielder is Juan Encarnacion. Center fielder. He's got an error check of 7. So center fielder in 7 is a 46 on the dice. 746 is going to be a pop out to center field. Simple as that. F8. And have to keep things organized. Giambi. Jason Giambi. Doug Procal. 180 against the righty. 180 is going to be a home run. Jason Giambi could be going back, going, and 74 is gone. Jason Giambi with the home run, and that cuts into the Detroit lead. Well done, my friend John Jaha. Jaha coming in. And it's a 907 against the righty. 907. It's going to be a double by Jaha. That is a double. And Oakland's got something going here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 out brings up Matt Stairs. 258 against the righty. 258. 258 is going to be a walk. So he takes a walk down to first. And they have a meeting on the mound as Brocali is not long for this world. As more activity in the Detroit bullpen. Doug Brocal. They're going to leave him in. One more hitter. Actually, Ben Gravier is a lefty, isn't he? He actually hits better against righties than he does lefties, so I think they might be bringing in a lefty here. Might be bringing in well, if they bring in a lefty, then Ramon and then Chavez is a lefty as well. Yep, they're going to make the pitching switch. We'll be right back. And we are back with C.J. Nikowski coming in to face off against Ben Gravier. All right, let's see what happens here. C.J. Nikowski versus Ben Gravier. Bottom of sixth inning, runners at first and second. Hang on, no roll, no roll, no roll. I forgot to color code this. If I don't color code it, I'll get confused. There we go. All right. So runners at first and second. One out, one run already in. Ben Gravier up. He's got a home run in the second inning. 251 against the lefty. 251 is going to be a single into right field. 251. So into right field. That is important to know. All right. 251. So runners on first and second. It is an odd dice roll. And it was hit 251. Let's 251 against the lefty. So it's an LRF. An LRF. Jesus. L right field. All right. Because there's an odd number. All right. If the base. All right. So runner on second and third. No, on dice. Refer to the advancement chart below. Okay. So runner on second gets a base plus his choice if he's got a 1-7 run rating. So on second is Jaha. He has a run rating of 0. So he will only go one base on the single. I gotta go single. He goes to second, and he goes to third. No, what? He goes to third on the single. So that is going to be. I actually made his text in the. How am I going to do this? I need to know where the pitcher starts, but I also need to know that that was a hit. I'll have to just try to remember that. That's fine. All right, so bases loaded for Ramon Hernandez here, as the lefty does get a hit off of C.J. Nikowski. Bases loaded, and tell you what, Detroit's defense is going to play corners in, and just the corners, because this might come into play. If the shortstop and the second baseman play in, then they can't turn a double play. So they're just going to do corners in. Let's see what happens. See where it's hit. This might, we'll see. 693 against a righty. 693 is going to be a high fly to right field. HF to right field. Let's see what happens on that. High fly, batter out, runner on third may attempt to score by going to the coach's choice. Unfortunately, the slowest runner on the field is at third. He would have a 0 if we go to the coach's challenge. It went to 693. It went into right field. So let's look at the right fielder's arm. It's a +1. So he would actually have a 0. He would go to a +1 if he tries to run. That would tie the game up. All right, I'll just show you the chart again. So we're looking here, 0, add or subtract the outfield throwing arm, blah, blah, blah. He's one column. So 0 to 28, he's going to come in standing. 29 to 45, he's safe. Slight chance for an error. He's cut down at the plate, out, and then a couple other funky things. Does he would tie up the ball game, or it would still leave bases loaded? He's gonna go. He's coming in. Jaha ignores the coach's signal and tags up. Here he comes to slide head first into home is a 2-0 and 2-0, so 20. He actually comes in standing up. Runner is safe standing up. Batters and all runners hold. So on the play, coming home on the fly ball into right field. So that is an F9 out. But tying up the ball game on a risky maneuver is Jaha. And that brings up Eric Chavez against CJ Nikowski. 2 away now. One. Yep, just 2 outs. That's a 110 versus the left-hander. 110. Ooh, just missed it. It's a hard grounder to first. And it is going to end the inning. But there are 1, 2, 3 hits and 2 runs. So they are up to 8 and 2 more runs. And that gives us a 7-7 tie ball game going into the 7th inning. Brad Ausmus is up. Brad Ausmus and Jeff Tam. .482 is a high fly to right. High fly to right. F9. Bobby Higginson. Jeff Tam doing his good job here for Oakland. I had to say it, didn't I? 150. It's a single into right field. Had to say it, didn't I? Wow, he's got a 10 steal, but only a 0 jump. Jeff Tam is very good hold rating. He's only got a 5% chance of making it, 94 to 99. He's got a bigger chance of having a pickoff attempt on him. 80 to 93 gives him a chance, but he gets a bad jump. So on the bad jump, you subtract 2 in addition to all other adjustments for the runner's steal rating. His steal rating is a 10? Wow. So he'd still be pretty good. What's the catcher's +1 actually? So he's not. It's actually doable. Only 1 out. With all the hitting going on, I think they'll just stay. That brings up one. God damn it. Juan Gonzalez. He's got a home run in the 5th, a single in the 2nd. Might as well let our hitters go to town. 438, and unfortunately, 438 is against the right-hander is a routine grounder to third base. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. Out at second is going to be Higginson. Out at second is Higginson on the routine grounder. That brings up Tony Clark with 2. I don't know why I keep doing that. Tony Clark, home run in the 5th, back-to-back with Gonzalez, and 2 walks. So not a bad day for Tony Clark at the plate. 346 against, 346 is a strikeout. Woo, just barely. And striking him out and getting out of the inning after the single And then we got to do this. So another hit. They're up to 9 hits, but no runs. 1, 2, 3. Yep, there is 3 outs there. All right, C.J. Nikowski and Frank Menichino. Or is Nikowski's day done? No, he's got to get through at least his 7th. Maybe the 8th even. Let's see. 0-43 against the lefty. 43 is going to be an error check. All right, let's find out where it's going, who's against. That's a 9. That is right fielder. Right fielder. Luis Puena. Error check. Oh, he hardly ever makes errors. That's a 10. And let's see what happens. 84, and that is going to be just a pop out. Simple little pop out to the right fielder. He's going to grab all of those plays all day long. That 10 rating, that's solid. Luis Polonia. Brings up the Becker, Rich Becker. Single in the 3rd and 2 strikeouts and a fly ball. 191 against the lefty. 191 is going to be a strikeout. So another strikeout. Tejada against C.J. Nikowski. 898 against the righty. 898 is a walk. So Tejada walks. And kind of Steeler. Jump 0, and Nikowski is average. An average 0 and average. Steal rating's a 6 still. Not horrible. Might as well let Giambi go to work here. Giambi with a home run in the 6th inning. A single in the 1st and a walk in the 3rd. 641. High fly to center. High fly ball to center field. 2-way here for Jaha, who hit a double last time up in the 6th inning. Jaha, 828 against a righty. 828 is going to be a deep fly. So against versus left-handers, his power is actually poor. It didn't matter either way. He's poor. So we got to go to the deep fly chart. All right, let's find out where it went. See how far it has to go. First number is a 2. He is against a left-hander. RSP rolled a 2. That's left field, LF. So left field, he needs a distance of 11. With his poor rating, he needs an 89 or higher. So Jaha gets a hold of one into left field, going back on the warning track, looking up and making the catch. The left fielder, Bob Higginson. And that is an F7 out. So no runs, no hits, no errors there. We go into the 8th inning, still tied 7 apiece. Jeff Tam staying out there. He'll be facing off against Dean Palmer. Tam trying to get through the 8th inning. We'll see what happens after that. 7-10 against the right-hander. That's a single, and that might be it for Tam here as a single for Palmer. Let's find out who's coming up. We got a right-hander, a right-hander, a right-hander, a right-handed. So 3 more right-handers here. Tam is going to stay in. Let's see how he does against the right-hander easily here. 279. That's not good because that is going to be a home run. Oh, man. Another home run. 279. So Jeff Tam getting it going and easily cranks one, going, gone, home run. And that broke the game open. And that will be it for Mr. Tam. We need one of those and one of those. And then Jeff Tam's day's done. We'll be back in just a second. Man, making his way out to the mound, Doug Jones comes in for Oakland here to face off against Juan Encarnacion. As Detroit jumps back on top. Hang on, let's zoom this up a little bit. So we got Doug Jones against Juan Encarnacion. 063, that's going to be an error check time. So error check time. We're rolling the dice and we're checking it out. It's a 3, so it goes to the first baseman. The first baseman is Giambi. He's got an error of 8. So first base of 8 and a 31. RG plus. So it's a routine grounder to first. So that is simply a G3 out. Devian Cruz against Doug Jones. 1 away here in the top of the 8th. 2-11 against the right-hander is going to be a hard ground ball. Hit to short. Quick scoop by Tejada and throws over to first for the second out. So that is a G6. And that should bring back up Luis Planio, who did something really cool in the 4th inning. He got himself a single and then got himself caught stealing. Here we go. Planio and Doug Jones, 643 against the lefty. 643 is a soft grounder to second. So soft ground ball. But that simply is a G4. That is 1, 2, 3. But 2 hits brings him up to 11 and 2 big runs. That brings up the bottom of the 8th inning. Nikowski, let's see who's he going to be facing here. We have Stairs, a lefty, and then a righty. So he's going to stay in and he's got to get rid of these 2 lefties. That's his job. Stay in for these 2 lefties. And they might pull in another pitcher to get out the righty. Let's see how he does against the lefties first, though. So Matt Stairs, C.J. Nikowski. And the windup in the pitch, here it comes. That is a 125 against the lefty. 125 is routine grounder to second. So that is going to be a G4. That brings up Ben Gravier. Singled in the 6th. Single in the 6th. Nikowski versus Gravier. It's a 9-1-0 against the lefty. 9-1-0 is going to be a walk. He walks him. And that'll be it for Nikowski. As a righty's coming up. So C.J. Nikowski's day is done. That is going to bring in Todd Jones. They're going to try and get a. They're going to try and get a 5-out. Let's see. We got to insert. Todd Jones, and he's going to come in right there. We need a new color. He's going to face off against Ramon Hernandez, the righty. Todd Jones trying to get a 5-out save here. 256 against the righty. 256. That is a high fly to left field. Going back, making the catch. F7. Eric Chavez. Ben Gravier is not very good at stealing, so Chavez 0 for 3 on the day. All right, we'll leave him in there, see what happens. 969 against the lefty. 969 is going to be a hard ground ball, hit to short. Ground ball, I'm sorry, hit to second. That's what I meant to say. I was looking at my F7 that was wrong. So 2 away. No, that is 3 away, sorry. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We're going into the top of the 9th. 9-7 Detroit. Let me make sure we got our hits correct. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I did miss that. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Just wanted to double check just to make sure. Top of the 9th. Okay. So, 2 up in the 9th inning. Brad Ausmus, Bobby Higginson, and Juan Gonzalez. 2, 3, 4 hitters. Doug Jones is going to try to keep him from scoring any more runs. We got the Jones brothers facing off against one another. 9-23 against the righty. 9-23 is going to be a hard ground ball hit to short. Picking it up with the scoop, throws it over to first, and that's a G6. 1 away, Bobby Higginson. Short is Tejada. First is Giambi. We're going to call that quite a few times in this replay. 605 against the lefty. 605. We're going to be checking the infield range. Infield range. So first dice roll tells us where it's going. He is against a right-hander. He is an LP of 15. LP 15. Down the line to first baseman. Down the line to the first baseman. We got a range of Giambi. D. Down the line, D. That's a 91. D down the line, 91. 77 and 98 is in for a hit as Giambi can't get his glove on it. And Higginson hits it down the line. Let's see what happens. Down the line. Let's read that one. I'm looking for it. Why do I not see it? Close play, diving stop, weaving grab, throw in time, knockdown, not in time. Through for a hit, to the wall, blown call. Where is down the line? I must be just missing it. What am I doing here? Come on. Diving stop. To the wall, through for a hit, over the glove, not in time, knocked down, thrown in time, leaping grab. Holy cow, why can I not find down the line? Oh, it's because it's not a down the line result. It's through for a hit. I'm sorry, through for a hit. It was the category was down the line. The result was through for a hit. So let's look through for a hit. A hard grounder gets through for a single. Runners advance to base, blah, blah, blah. All right, so Higginson on with a single. Down the line is Giambi couldn't make the play. What away? Juan Gonzalez is up. Higginson is pretty good. He runs 4. He's got a 10 steal. Would they risk sending a runner to second with 1 out? Nah. They got a 2-run lead, so there's no sense in pressing, giving him an out on a simple, getting caught and stealing. 8:38 against the right-hander. 8:38 against the right-hander. Doug Jones. 8:38 is a strikeout. Big strikeout there. Wow. Big strikeout needed there. So 2-way for Tony Clark, who's had a really good day at the plate. Can they get this last out and keep it within striking distance? Let's find out. 5:28 is going to be against the lefty. 5:28. Wild pitch pass ball. We got a very good, and our catcher is... I think your catcher was very good as well, wasn't he? Ramon? Very good at pass balls. Yeah, so we got 2 very good, very good, very good. That should mean no bad situation should happen, right? We just need to get to it. There we are. So there is runner on at first. So it's a 63. We got a very good, unlikely. Unlikely, very good, and we got a 63. So 49 to 98 is a block. So the catcher blocks it. We're rolling again. That is a 0-2-3. That's an error check this time. And we'll get to that chart. There we are. So first dice tells us who the error might be on. Let's find out. It's a 9. That's right fielder. Luis Polania, again, error check of 10. And we rolled a 40. I'm sorry, error check. Yes, he's got a 10. All right, right. So 10, and that's just going to be a pop-up to right. Wait a minute. Am I doing that right? No. Right fielder down here, because there's only 2 outs. Duh. Matt Stairs, who has an error check of 5. Outfield 5, and we rolled a 40. So good thing I caught that. So it's still a pop out. So pop out to left field, F7, right? No. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It was a pop out. I don't know if it went to left field or right field. Doesn't matter. It was a pop out, right? I mean, it does matter for me because I would like to keep things organized, but we looked at 5. So, yeah, it was right field, so it's a 9. It's an F9. I'm so bad about remembering things like simple little things like where the ball is hit. All right, that brings up the closing, bottom of the 9th inning. Here we go. Todd Jones trying to close it out for the Detroit Tigers. 9-7. They had one hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I already added the hit, but I didn't add the run. There we go. So bottom of 9th, down by 2. Frank Menachino, couple walks on the day. Actually, that one's not color coded right. Couple walks, a strikeout, and a flyout. I can get rid of this now. That was just used as a blocker, so I didn't accidentally write the wrong thing in the wrong column again. So, Frank Menachino, do they want to pinch hit for the second baseman against the right-hander? No, I think maybe they do. So, I'll be back in a second. All right, guys, we are back, and yes, we do have a pinch hitter coming in for Frank Menachino. We're going to be bringing in Randy Velarde to pinch hit for Frank Menachino. We're going to give Velarde a chance here and see what he can do. So, Todd Jones against Randy Velarde. The windup in the pitch, here it comes. Todd Jones, bottom of the 9th, no outs. Down by 2 runs. They need a base runner. 9-1-1 against the right-hander. 9-1-1 is a hard ground ball hit to short. Picks it up on the scoop. Devian Cruz throws it to first. Tony Clark makes the catch. 1 away. So that is a, what did I say, short? Got all excited there. Wrong spot. G6. 1 away. So I can just close out his card. That brings up the top of the order, Rich Becker. Sorry. I keep wanting to call him Baker. I don't know why. Rich Becker. Actually, do they want to pinch hit for him? Boo. He doesn't seem very good against right-handers. Well, yeah, no roll as I contemplate my situation. Hang on. All right, once again, we have a move on the board here. Ryan Christensen's coming in to pinch hit. Ryan Christensen comes in. He's going to take on Todd Jones here. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. 9-7 Detroit. 2 outs left to go. Need a base runner. 179 against the right-hander. 179 is a single into left field. And Christensen gets that first run aboard. Runner aboard, I guess. And I'm just going to minimize his card. So Baker's out, Christensen in. That brings up Miguel Tejada, who is 0 for 4 actually with a walk today against Todd Jones. Runner on first, taking a pretty big lead out there, almost daring him to pick him off. 8-1-8 against the righty. 8-1-8. Strike him out. That is a strikeout. So 2 away, bottom of 9. Tying run at the plate in the form of the MVP, Jason Giambi. For the 2000 season, can Oakland get things started with a big comeback? For this season, we shall see the left-hander against Todd Jones. Jones with the sign, looks in. Brad Osmus puts down the one finger fastball. Here it comes. 372 against the right-hander. 372 is a walk. And a walk it is. A waka waka waka. That is not the right color, my friend. And going to second on the play is John Jaha. Jaha it is. Unfortunately, they've used their pinch hitters. They don't have much left on the bench. As Jaha's power rating is poor. Let's see, who do they have? Sal Fansano, the backup catcher. Sal Fansano. Yep, they're going to bring in Sal Fansano. So, yeah, it'll take me a second to do this. Jaha is out. Let's do this like this. Sal Fasano comes in the 9th. It's a pinch hitter. Alrighty, and we can clear that out of there. Alright, Sal Fansano, Todd Jones. Probably the last, they have like one more. But, yeah, the reason I'm doing that switch is just, if we look at, move his card out of the way, he just doesn't have anything against righties. Just nothing. 301 to 499 is a strikeout. Home runs only 98 to 100, so 2 chances out of 500. Nah, it's not going to happen. All right, Sal Fansano can win the game here, right here. All he needs to do is roll 140 to 158. There we go. 140 to 158. Here it comes. 716. That is not what I requested. 716 though might still be a good one. And it's not. 716 is a strikeout, and that ends the game. That is a strikeout to end it as Todd Jones comes through for the Detroit Tigers with a strikeout. That is 1, 2, 3 outs. And make sure I got these guys in the right position. Christensen with the single. Goes to second on the walk. Giambi, 2 strikeouts, and then the ground out to Velarde. So they tried a couple pinch hitters. Got another hit, but they couldn't pull it together there as the Detroit Tigers come into here it is, Network Associates Coliseum is what it was called back in 2000, Network Associates Coliseum, and defeat the Oakland A's here in opening day. This is game number 1. This is our win-loss column. That is wins, that is losses, obviously. So we now take a loss. So we're 0-1 on the season. We will save this sheet. Holy cow. So if we look at it, there was no errors, I believe, on either team, or I would have probably done something, wrote that down, but no errors. Not sure why that's so damn small. Can I make these a little bigger, please? Thank you. So Detroit pounds out 12 hits, 3 walks, no errors, and get 9 runs. Oakland, on the other hand, gets 10 hits. This should not be there. Let's clear that out or I'll accidentally count that. Oakland gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 walks. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 hits. 10 walks, 10 hits, and 7 runs. Struck out 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 times. Detroit struck out 4 times. What a ball game, though! Wow, jeez, that was a pretty good game. I enjoyed that. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this as well. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, suggestions, anything in the section. That would be great. This is just game number 1 of 161 games. That's right, 161 games, as Oakland only played 161 games in the 2000 season for some strange reason we still haven't figured out. They had a final record of 90 and 71, so that was 161 games. They beat Seattle by only half a game, so interesting enough. Seattle was 90 and 71, so half a game, and Oakland took the division in year 2000. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us for game number 1 of our replay of the 2000 season. I'm hoping to get things going a little bit faster for you guys, obviously, trying to do new things and, get in more of a rhythm. I think, obviously, this went much faster without having to show every play to everyone. If you want to learn the game, you want to learn the system, you can download all the stuff and try it out for yourself. Watch episode number 1, where we kind of go over things kind of slow. We only ended up playing like the first 3 innings, I think it was. Yes, the first 3 innings in that, as we went over and showed the rules and how to do everything. But there's a lot of color coding on this. It's going to take me a while to figure this all out and add up all the results and everything. And then we'll have game number 2, which is against Detroit again, April 4th, 2000. And we'll see you guys for that gameplay. Hopefully you'll join us then. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.